Hello, today I'm going to do a quick video, or maybe not so quick, I'm not sure, on the new Foil and Quill pen that is available and I have just received from Create and Craft. So without further ado, I unpack the box and you get 3 of these quilling pens. Now they each have I suppose you could call it a nib. It's a broad one, a medium one and a fine one, and these fit in a variety of machines, but for this demonstration purpose I'm using my Scan & Cut DX. You can also use your Scan & Cut CM machines, and it's very easy to know which little doorbry to use to actually put in your pen holder, because it has B on it, which is very convenient because you can remember brother. You also have 3 other adapters for different machines. I'm sure you can look up what machines you can use on that if you look online. Right, for this demonstration I'm actually going to be using the fine tipped one, which is the pink one today, and oops, I'm going to pop those back in there. I have each of them has its own USB, by the way, so you can either plug this into your machine, into a specific box that you might like to charge up regularly for the power, a power box, a power supply, but I'm just using my supply that I use from my telephone, so I'm going to plug that in now, just to start that getting warm. So it has to be warm before it starts. Now you have also in the box, you get this little gizmo to put underneath the blade. This when it's warming up. Let's take my blade out. But as you can see, with the actual DX machines, it's difficult. You can't really get it under because of the rollers, etc. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to discard that for the time being, and I'm just going to leave this on the side to warm up. Now this the nib goes into this B holder, and you just literally screw that on to it till it's finger tight. You don't need to screw the life out of it, as long as it's in nice and tight, nice and just right. Now that will slide into your blade housing there. But I'm not going to put that in just yet, because as I say, with this Scan & Cut, the DX, there is no actual, I can't put the little metal protector plate, and I don't know if that's going to harm my machine or not. So I have actually, if I can find my pen, downloaded from the internet a pattern which I shall retrieve into my machine. It's probably a little bit sunny for you to see this today on here, but I shall try and move that so that you can actually see it. I'll just move the camera a little bit. So pick that up and put that back down again in a minute, so from my hand. So hopefully you can see that it's a mandala, and I've actually made a cutting mask to go around it, so that I can cut it as well. So I'm going to pop that back down there again so you can see, hopefully see the map. I can't see really what I'm doing in this sunshine, it's so bright. I shouldn't complain. So I'm going to load my mat. No, I'm not going to load my mat. I'm going to bring this onto my machine and say OK. And then I'm going to edit it, because I need it to be actually one over the top of each other. So I'm going to select both of my patterns with the red boxes. I'm going to select all. I'm going to actually turn that round, so I don't know, I'm going to switch my machine around a little bit, but I'll have to turn it back afterwards. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. Let's just move that a little bit round that away, and perhaps up a bit. So I don't know if you can see this. Oops, sorry about the squeak. Hopefully you can see the screen. I'm not entirely sure if you can from there. because I can't see in the sunshine. Yes, I think you can. So I'll just tilt that up a little bit. Hopefully that will be fine. Hope you can see it. Anyway, if not, I shall have to edit this. So as you can see, I've got my mandala and my cutting mat, and I've put a red box around both of them, and I've said OK. Now I want to object edit, because I want to put that one on top of that one, and I want to make sure they're absolutely in the middle. So I'm going to choose this little box down here, just above on the right hand side above the OK. I'm going to press OK. I'm going to press centre there and centre there, so they're both centralised. Okay, I'm going to press OK and OK. So that's fine for me for the time being. I'm not going to actually do anything else with them because I might have to reduce them in size shortly. So the next thing, while my mat is just going to move that back again, move you back here so you can see what's going on down there on my cutting mat. So I'm going to put, this is one of the foils that comes with it. Let's take a little bit of sellotape off. Oh, and you get some washi tape as well, by the way, with it to use. So I'm just going to use a piece about that square. Okay, and I'm going to place that on my mat with the shiny side, the dull side down, that side down and that side up, because this is the side I want to see on my card, so it's got to be facing me. Now I'm going to lay that flat, nice and flat like that, and I'm going to put some washi tape on it to hold it in place. You have to hold it in place, otherwise it's going to move when you do the drawing. And also make sure when you actually do your design, the design you need to be set to a drawing file, not a cutting file, because you don't want to cut this, you need to draw this. So there's another little bit of washi tape there, and I'm going to place that on there. So don't have to be too precise with this, but obviously you need to be able to get your file onto here completely. So I'm going to load the mat, and then I'm going to scan in the mat. Excuse me. Gosh, the sun is right in my eyes. So I'm going to now go OK, and I'm going to use the middle button, the scanning button, and press start, just to see exactly where to put my design, because there's no point putting my design nowhere that can be actually seen. So it has to be on the actual foil itself. So that's looking pretty good there. I've got it all grouped all together. I'm going to move it slightly, and I'm also going to actually just go in and edit this, because object edit, and I'm going to keep the two together still, because, and I'm going to group them together now, and I want them to be slightly smaller because I want them to fit on the foil. Okay, maybe a bit bigger than that. You want to be able to see it, and say OK. And then I'm going to place that in the middle of the foil, and then I'm going to degroup them. So take that off, press OK, press OK. Now, hopefully by now my fine blade, well, it's not actually a blade, it's a piece of metal, a heated piece of metal. And as you can see, that this lights up when you've got it on. So I'm going to pop that in to my normal blade holder, press that down, and I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to select draw. This one's gone in a little bit, that's good. So now I'm just going to start this off, and it's telling me that it's, oh, and I've got it on pressure 0 and speed 5. Now I'm just going to put this up here with a little bit of tape so it doesn't actually get in the way of the machine or anything like that. And it's telling me it's going to take 16 minutes to do this process. So I'm quite sure you don't need to really watch the machine going up and down all the time. You can't actually see anything. So I'm going to put you on pause, and I shall come back when it's done and reveal what it's like. So here goes. Okay, so now it has finished. So press OK, and I'm going to unload the mat. Pop that out for a minute. Oh, let's just take this out because I don't want it to stay in there hot. I'm just going to put that there. It's not actually touching anything hot. So there. And I'm going to unplug that because I don't want that warm on my machine. Okay, so let's have a little look, see what is going on here. So there you can see it has, I can't see it, I'm sure you can see, hope you can see, I can't actually see because of the sun, but I'm sure you must be able to see. Alright, so I'm going to take the foil off now. So just gently ease off the washi tape. By the way, I would suggest that you don't actually use a brand new mat for doing this process, because of the pressure going down from that stylus. It will probably press your card even further into your mat if it's very sticky, and you might not actually be able to get your card off that easily, and it might wreck all the work, your hard work that you've just done. So as you can see, I'm very mean with my washi tape. I like to save it for future reference, not reference, for future use. So, oops, last piece comes off, and there we have a very beautiful, very, very, very beautiful mandala. You can see that. Oops. Ah, I know you can see it now, because I can see it, and it's absolutely foiled beautifully. So, you could also use this foil to use the waste, and I will show you how to do that in another video, so I'll keep that piece of foil so I don't actually waste that. So now, as you notice, I haven't actually taken the card off my mat yet, because I want to cut round there, so I'm just going to reload my mat. Oops, at least I would do. I just decided to play silly so-and-sos and go in crooked. Just put you on pause for a second. Right, sorry about that, folks. My mat decided after all this time of using it to go in crookedly. A lot of people have had problems with that, and that's the first time it's actually happened to me. But it's fortunately, I managed to pull it out and it's gone in straight again. So it's in the same place, and I'm just going to cut around this mandala now. And I don't need to actually move all the files out of group or anything like that, because I'm just going to say yes, okay, select, and then I'm going to select cut. And it will just come up with my cutting line now for my mandala. So it's going to tell me, it's telling me it's taking its pressure auto and cut speed 1. And I'm actually going to move my pattern down to 1 again as well. So I'm going to say OK to that. If it was something more intricate like the actual mandala, I would have cut that at a much slower speed. But because it's just a shape, a basic shape, a fairly basic shape, you don't need to cut it at a slower speed. So I'm just going to press start. Oh, and it's reminded me as well, I haven't put the blade in. So it says attach the appropriate holder. So the appropriate holder's going in. Click that down, press OK, press start. And it's going to take 1 minute, but we know it probably will take less than that because it doesn't do less than 1 minute increments. So it's testing the depth of the paper because this is my automatic blade. And there we have a perfectly cut and beautiful mandala. I'm very happy with that. I did do it with some old foil on the thick blade and the medium blade, and the foil is actually not very good foil. This is the actual foil from the kit, and this is some very old foil which I think has got damp and is not very good, but it will give you an indication of the difference in the thickness. So this is the medium blade, possibly looks better on the screen than it might do, and this is the thick nib. So that's the difference between the three. So we have the thick, the medium and the fine. So hopefully you can see those in this light. I'm not sure if you can see that in this light or not. There we go, that's better. Get the sun shining on them. As you can see, the other foil was a different colour gold, but that's the three of them. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'm very happy with this so far, with this new quill pen, and it shan't supersede my Go Press and Foil machine, but it has endless possibilities that I can think of for using this. And as I say, don't forget to use the draw facility when you're actually doing it, because you can, otherwise it will just cut into the foil and wreck your foil, probably jam up your blade and not do an awful lot of good for you. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I shall be happy to see you another time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.